Welcome everybody to Tomb Fork Mondays, because this is really what it's become. A lot of Tomb Forks today. But I got AJ from EMP, and he's got a massive update. In fact, the update is so big that I don't know if you guys have been watching the chart, because I have not been. And the great thing with sometimes being a YouTuber is you kind of get to see the inner workings of things while they're going on. And AJ has showed me this chart, not this one, but I'm going to show you this chart. Whoa, because last time I checked this, it was like 5-6 cents, and now it's
Let's go, right down, gang? What an opening, bro. Yeah.
22 cents. Why did I miss this? Because this is a bigger push than Bitcoin. What happened, man? What are you doing to us here?
I love it, bro. So, Dow Gang, happy to be here, brother. Shout out to you and your whole community. You're one of the first AMAs we're doing.
Oh, wow.
So that is exciting. Again, you may have missed the initial run up, but we're just getting started, bro, because we are on track to officially repeg. And at that price, right now, with the price of Ethereum, that means EMP at 88 cents roughly. So, we're just getting started, bro. But yeah, to give a high level overview, we have been building for the last year a revolutionary protocol called EMP Fusion. And Fusion is a brand new economic model that still honors all the original Tomb Fork tokens, EMP and eShare, but does it in a much healthier manner that completely gets away from the inflation that we saw with Tomb Forks and implements a real yield model that is, again, hopefully going to result in a full system reset. And only 2 days after launch, you can see the flywheel is spinning up right in front of our eyes, man. So it's really powerful.
You know, what's so interesting is, I mean, we were just talking about it, and I had an interview, I had an AMA earlier today with Fife, which is from the old 2 team, and they've kind of revived their ecosystem, and
For
you
sure.
have also revived your ecosystem, and it's just kind of wild, like we're watching this happen.
Yeah,
It's
man. Well, we all love Tomb Forks. I mean, that's
yeah,
where you started. That's where I've made incredible
yeah.
gains,
Millionaire
especially yeah.
makers.
Yeah,
Tomb
bro,
Forks are
totally.
the millionaire. If you guys want to make real money, like this is what I told everyone before. Said, you can buy these meme coins, but if you understand what's happening in a Tomb Fork, if you understand the mechanisms that are working, you can make enormous amounts of money because you have more information over the other people that are playing. It's almost a game, which is
For
really
sure.
what you guys have done too. And we're going to go over what you guys have done, which is incredibly impressive. But this is a Tomb Fork, guys. Keep this in mind. Always keep this in the back of your head. Is a millionaire maker.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and to your point, Dow King, I mean, yes, I absolutely still believe in the power of the Tomb Fork, but over time, it becomes much, much less sustainable. So you
Yeah.
really have to know the game, so to speak. And, we picked a Tomb Fork way back 2.5 years ago on purpose because Tomb Forks are really the only economic DeFi model where everybody can win together, especially in the beginning, because you're not relying on buying the token at a higher price than somebody selling
No.
it and getting your gains that way. You're getting your gains through yield, and obviously it's highly inflationary, so it's not very sustainable long term. But this whole concept of making money through yield rather than trading or again somebody having to buy your token from you at a higher price than what you bought it for, we're getting rid of all that and we're honoring all the original tokens in our ecosystem. We're not adjusting peg. A lot of other Tomb Forks, rather than being pegged 4,000 to 1, they bring it down to 2,000 to 1, and that's essentially cheating uh, the system as well. So we came up with this really, again, bulletproof model where we are removing the circulating supply of EMP. And so by doing that, again, this is almost like the biggest buy and burn in crypto history. And we
Well,
have,
I mean,
yeah,
your chart looks like it. Let's like
yeah,
this is like insane. We're gonna go over the mechanism here,
for
which
sure.
is like I think once people really understand the mechanism, they're gonna be like, "Holy shit." We
Yeah,
continue.
bro, totally. And again, just to put some more numbers to it, I mean, we have massive liquidity still on EMP ETH. About $3 million of
3
liquidity.
point you
Yeah,
guys, this number, $3.4 million in liquidity, $13.5 million market cap. So what you're basically saying is this all protocol own this liquidity?
yeah. So right now, a lot of it is, and that was a major catalyst to what happened because we had a lot of people that were still farming their EMP ETH LP, which is the liquidity token. Even though APRs were down, you were even throughout the whole bear market, you were still getting about 20% APR. Um, and so we are honoring the future price of EMP at PEG and applying that to the LP tokens as well. So now a lot of the LP has come into the Fusion contract where now it is POL and we're not reliant on others providing liquidity or massive whales manipulating the liquidity pool. And instead, we are able to responsibly, lower liquidity, especially now when we're trying to get back to PEG, and then re-adding all that liquidity once we are at PEG to make it even more bulletproof on maintaining that 4,000 to 1 ratio. So it's some big brain moves behind the scenes, but it's all working out incredibly well at the moment. And again, the ultimate goal is that all the EMP in existence will end up inside of EMP Fusion because that's the only way you can earn from the protocol moving forward.
Right. Got it. Okay. So let's look at EMP Fusion because I just did a small transaction while I was talking to AJ right now. And
Perfect.
we
Yep.
we did it because we wanted to show you guys. So I bought $10 worth of EMP and then I converted it here. You can go to fusion.emp.money and this dashboard will come up. You just put your EMP here, you click max or whatever you want to deposit, you deposit it, you get sacrifice points. So then you can see my value of $10 turned into $38.50. And I'm getting an APR of 1,360%, which you're saying is real yield coming from the EMP ecosystem with Spark Swap and everything that's been created. Am I correct in that?
Yes. So let me elaborate a little bit more on
Okay.
that.
Okay.
For sure though. But and again, this is major alpha for the Dow King community, and that's why we're trying to come early to a lot of uh, communities that have supported us over the years. But the number one goal right now and the biggest bonus, like Dow King said, is actually buying EMP off the market and sacrificing it into uh, EMP Fusion. I would highly recommend doing it through EMP because you're getting the future value at PEG. So, like Dr. King said, because we're about 60% below PEG at the moment, which has been rising dramatically. So again, a little bit of FOMO there. If you want your full value, you got to do it sooner than later. Um, but yeah, it will work out. And we're not just creating money out of thin air. We are essentially showing your unrealized gains. Because once all the EMP is sacrificed into Fusion, the only way to buy into EMP Fusion is buying somebody else's position. And if the yields are so good, there may not be a lot of sellers of their position because of again this real yield, which I'll talk about in a minute. So just remember, it's not a locked contract. You're able to sell your microgrid at any time, which we'll talk about in a second. And you are essentially getting the future value of EMP. And this will be less and less. Again, once we're at PEG, then it doesn't really make sense to buy EMP off the market. You're better off just buying somebody else's microgrid at market value. And so that will be very healthy for the secondary market for sure. And the
Okay.
APR is a bit high right now. Again, Dowking, you know how it is. Whenever we open a farm,
That's right.
the APR is insane in the beginning. But based on some other calculations that we've already done and projecting out the yield over the next few months, we're looking at least 100 to 150% APR, even when the whole system settles in. So, I mean, again, that is massive in terms of reliable, real yield
Mhm.
APR. Again, some of the best in the business, and you know that we're not in a rug. You know that you can rely on what we're building. And one thing that's really bullish is, and what you said too about our external revenue streams.
Revenues,
Yeah,
right.
there will be a point which there will be no more dilution of the microgrid, meaning once all 60 million or so EMP is inside of Fusion, the only way to buy into is by buying somebody else's position. But that means that the rewards are split amongst the same amount of people. So there is no dilution at all. And so if we're able to double or triple our revenue going back into Fusion, that means that rewards will be double or tripled from even what they are today, which again is just really, really powerful. And we say it all the time that it's about investing in teams, not necessarily projects. And EMP Fusion is a way to invest in us as a team and get exposure to everything that we're building. So yeah, to your
Okay.
point, Spark Swap, Cedo Swap, all the protocols that we build, a portion of all those fees
Go
go
here.
back to EMP. So
So so let's look at this real quick. This it says this is the APR. It says daily rewards, 0.03 energy, $1.43. How would I claim this? Is there a claim button that comes every day, or where would I go get this?
yes, so you have two options, brother. The first option, which again, not financial advice, but I would recommend, especially in the beginning, is buy back and earn. So up there on the top right, you will accumulate that energy reward every day, and whenever you want to. Again, there's no maximum threshold, so maybe once a week, or if you're a whale, maybe once a day. You will hit activate on that buyback and earn, and
Got it.
that will take your rewards that you earn in energy, which again is energy is eShare, the illiquid version of eShare. So an
Okay.
eShare is our reward token that we're giving a whole new utility to, which I'll talk about in the marketplace. But
Okay.
it takes your energy, it converts it to eShare, it buys EMP off the market with that eShare, and then adds it to your ownership. So you will get more sacrifice points by doing the BB and E. So that is really powerful in the beginning because your goal is to build as much ownership in the protocol as you can, and then obviously you're going to take profit by just selling a part of your microgrid. But again, and we may retire once all the EMP in circulation is inside of Fusion, then the BBE goes away because you're not able to buy any more EMP off the market. So it's like an auto compounder
So
that you have
I'm
to
not
do manually. Yeah.
okay. So okay. So like basically, I would need some e shares to activate this, right?
Nope. So
No.
you're earning energy, which essentially is eShare.
Oh,
But
I'm
yeah,
earning it. So this is coming back to me in e shares, basically.
yes, under the hood, exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. So then if whatever I want to do with the e-shares, I can do at that point, whatever I'd like to do.
Well, yes and no.
Okay,
So
okay.
you don't get liquid eShare.
You don't get liquid
All of it
e-shares.
happens in the actual protocol. So when we say under the hood, we mean like, through the smart contract behind the scenes. So you're not actually able to get eShare. However, it's calculated in eShare, which is also another part of the game theory. If eShare goes up in price, you're actually getting way more rewards in dollar value because eShare is going up. So, and we're incentivized. Yeah, pull it up for sure. We're incentivized to, as a community and as a protocol, to keep the price of eShare very healthy. As you can see, it's
Oh
been
wow.
really, really volatile, but it's up and to the right from
Yeah.
way back when. So, um, and we'll continue to buy and burn eShare as well while we're doing it. And eShare now is the only transactable token of the whole ecosystem. So, you know, you can see it's still on a bit of a recovery, and we've had $100 e-share, easily over the last run, and it hopefully will only go up from
Oh
here.
yeah. I mean,
Yep,
last run it was even into the thousands at some points.
for sure.
Wow, it was as low as $13 each share. Wow, that's another 4x, 5x. Wow. Yes, you definitely recovered on both of these tokens.
Yeah,
Big
man,
time.
totally. Again,
Yeah,
and eShare does indirectly, represent the health of the protocol.
that's
Obviously,
right.
you're not putting it in the boardroom anymore, but it's still
Right.
part of the the gamification of the system. So yeah,
So
yeah. So go ahead. Sorry, keep going.
I'm
Yep.
getting 0.03 energy back. And what do I do with this energy once I get 0.03 back every day? What would I go do with it?
Yep, so you have 2 options. So
Okay.
the one option was what I was saying with the BBE. If you wanna auto compound essentially and build your position, just
Okay.
like in the farms, Dow King, I know
Right.
you're an expert at that. So it would be like taking your
Okay.
reward token and buying more LP, so to speak, in the farms, but
Okay.
it does it all automatically for you. Yeah.
I can LP it and get rewards in, I assume, eShare also, the liquid version?
Well, yeah, so
Okay.
again, that I was just making an example of how it used to work.
How it used to work. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but now it's all locked up. And again, when we say locked up, we don't mean a sunk cost, but we mean we're able to actually limit the sell pressure, on those tokens. So again, overall, it's a lot healthier. But yeah, so in your example, BBE, you're earning $1.44 a day. It would go, you would activate the BBE, it would take $1.44 of eShare. Behind the scenes, it would buy EMP and it would redeposit the EMP into your microgrid to get a higher ownership. Now, that again in the beginning is really powerful, but if you want to make money right away, then you need to buy a battery. So that is the second option. And if you go to Marketplace, we can talk about batteries for sure.
Okay. So if you want to cash out right away, you need to buy a battery. That's what the difference is, right?
Correct, exactly.
Okay.
If you don't wanna spend money on a battery, you can BBE and then just sell part of your microgrid for profit. Um, but again, that's a lot less attractive while we're below peg,
So
or you have to buy a battery. So
so I would buy a battery which comes here, which is, for example, this battery would cost 262 M energies or 5.79 E shares. That's
alright,
it.
so
Right?
yeah, I'll
Okay.
let me elaborate a little more. So
Okay.
those that you're clicking on are actually called power packs.
Power
So the
packs. Okay.
3 across the top, you have a low voltage, a medium voltage, and a high voltage. Again, everything is around energy. And we didn't want to confuse people further than they already might be by calling this energy the same thing, just energy, because you're not able to use your reward energy to use in the marketplace. So we're calling this M energy. And again, the voltage, the power packs are cool because you're getting a bulk discount, so to speak. So if you're buying, the low voltage, you're getting 262 M energy for a 5% bonus on the eShare price. But
Mm,
right now, obviously there's a limited amount of batteries because this is our MVP, and we just are trying to get people used to the whole system first. Which again, we didn't even mention this Dow King, but we're not a fork, man. We built this from the ground up, brother.
I know.
So it's been a lot of R&D that has gone into it. But so again, just for simplicity's sake, go to the very top right, actually, where it says purchase M energy. Yep,
Yeah, I
right
see it.
there. Yep, on the right, and then yep, right there. Buy.
Yep.
Yep, hit that. Just it'll pop up. You don't have to do it. There you go. So this is probably the best way to get in. You can use eShare or other assets,
Oh,
um,
okay.
and that will buy you enough M energy to buy your batteries. The batteries are only $15, so and one M energy equals $1. So you can do the math there, but yeah, I
Oh,
mean, yeah,
wow.
one
Yeah,
one BNB would be more than enough. So
one
yeah,
BNB buys an incredible amount of energy. So
yeah.
basically, like if I put oops, sorry, 0.1, 0.1, which is like $60 would buy 60
M energy, yeah,
M
you'd have
energy, but
yeah.
I would need more, right? I would
Well,
need
if you wanted to buy everything in the marketplace currently, you would need, what is I gotta do math, so about 60, that would be perfect. So, yeah,
oh,
if you had, say about 70 bucks, because you also need M energy to activate your batteries, which, we'll talk about, next. But, yeah, I mean, a rough estimate is if you had, between 100 and 300 M energy, depending on how active you're gonna be, that would be plenty for the MVP. But we're adding a ton of batteries moving forward. So, the power packs are very attractive, with the bonuses, especially if you're here for the long term.
so
So
this is not that much, like to buy 262 cup, like it's not
correct.
okay.
Yeah, you would use that again, over the next few weeks or months, as we continue to
And
add
then
more
you
stuff.
would get, and then this way you can claim actual e-shares. Is that how it works?
Yeah, so you still can't claim actual e-shares, but you can claim actual BNB, Ethereum, and USDT. So,
Oh,
yeah, so you're getting actual blue chips from the protocol. And again, what happens is it takes the e-share and sells it for those assets under the hood. Now, obviously, that is sell pressure on e-share, but you have to remember that all of our revenue streams that come back to EMP Fusion, we buy eShare first because everything is transacted in actual eShare. So that is a net positive over the long run on the buy sell pressure.
okay. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so I know it's a lot, but we're getting there, bro. So yeah, if you go down to the bottom there, again, you can choose what batteries you want to buy. And so, I know we're real bullish on ETH, but or you buy all three, and then when you activate them, again, we won't go through it because it's a lot at the moment, but you would buy a battery, whatever one you want, and we'll talk about the fourth one next. But and then just like in for those of you that are familiar with Dex Finance, you're able to allocate what battery you want to receive rewards. So it's very similar to that interface where you can choose. I want 20% to go to the BNB battery. I want another 20% to go to ETH battery, and I want 60% to go to the USDT battery. So as long as the allocation equals 100% overall, you can actually earn all three assets, or just pick one and have 100% go to that. And so when the battery fills up, again, those rewards you saw on the homepage of $1 a day, um, in your case, after 15 days, there is a minimum of $15 threshold to cash out. But in 15 days, you would claim all the rewards from that battery and get that actual asset in your wallet. Does that make sense now, gang? I
Yeah,
know it's
yeah,
a lot,
yeah.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This makes good sense. It's very different than what we're used to, but
for
this
sure.
is this is the new iteration of what you created, and you created something that looks to be more sustainable because it's being paid out now in those other tokens, and these other tokens are coming from part of it. It looks like, I don't know what percentage, but I assume part of it is coming from the EMP ecosystem. Is that how it works?
Yeah, so the large part. So we can talk about that next, and then I want to stay here to talk about the split my position
Okay.
battery as well. But
Okay. Okay.
we
Okay.
have we have 8 revenue streams right
Wow.
now, and so again, the main ones in the moment are the e-share emissions. So e-share still is inflationary, but we're on a halving model where we reduce the supply that's emitted every year. So right now, there really isn't a lot of e-share being emitted, and next year it will be half as much, and so on and so on. And out of all the tomb
Okay.
forks, um, we have some of the lowest supply on our share token ever. So even now, I think there's only about 60,000 e-share in existence, which is super low, especially looking at other token counts. So, and so, yeah, and again, obviously, part of that we buy and burn as well. So it does become deflationary over time. But that is just the base rewards. So again, just like you would earn in a farm, we've converted all that reward to EMP Fusion. But the massive revenue comes from the outside revenue stream. So
Okay.
one is again Spark Swap, one is Cedo Swap. A small portion of all of those fees on those dexes come back to EMP Fusion, and we've been collecting those all along. So there will not be an impact on those protocols individually because you can earn in those protocols
That's right.
outside of EMP. But and then more importantly, it is EMP Fusion itself is a revenue stream. So when you buy M Energy and when you buy batteries, all of that
It's the
revenue
revenue.
that doesn't
Yeah.
go to our pocket. That goes to all the microgrid holders. So EMP Fusion itself is a revenue stream, and just like any marketplace, as we add more and more batteries and more options for people to buy, that will create more and more fees for sure. So, and then again, a bit of alpha for you. We are looking into building again under our umbrella another exchange, and we will continue to build these dexes that again uh, flow money
Right.
back to us. And then two other things, revenue streams. I think I covered them all, but one is our treasury itself. So we got a lot of hate during the bear market for not providing exit liquidity for
Mm,
everybody. A lot of Tomb and DeFi protocols in general, they give in to that and they spend their treasury, buying back a token just to have it dump again. And now they're completely shit out of luck.
that's
So
right.
we made the tough call to say no, we're not going to do that. And now we have a very healthy treasury that generates a yield on its own. So we have some trading accounts. We provide concentrated liquidity on other protocols, and all of that is real yield for
Got it.
us as well. And then the last thing that we just announced, we're actually building a game. So we've partnered with a very talented studio out of Thailand that have done AAA releases in the past. And we have an art director that's been a longtime community member. I don't know if you remember this, Dowking, but do you remember the original detonator
Yeah.
video?
Mhm.
Yeah, bro, it's the same art director that did that detonator video. So his
Got it.
name is Julius. He's a very talented animator on his own, and so that game will be targeted to a mainstream audience. It will have crypto elements, but we're really hoping to launch on Steam Engine and be just a game that you would buy to have fun playing. And so 10% of all that revenue will go to Fusion as well. So, and again, we're building amazing things in the future that will only continue to add revenue to everything.
Well, I think things are kind of turning around because last time I had an AMA with you, we only, I think, during a live AMA, which was during the bear market, we had like something like 20 people live, less than that even.
For sure, bro.
Right now, between YouTube and Twitter, we're already at 42.
I love
So,
it, man.
so that's
DeFi,
double.
yeah,
That's double
DeFi,
the amount of people.
yeah, it says it in your title, man. DeFi is back. So,
DeFi is
yeah,
back.
man. I love it. I love it.
I
So,
think I
yeah,
think it's I think it's still early. I think next time you come on an AMA, we'll probably see this at 60 or 70, and then it'll just continue to go up. I think people do the meme tokens and they have fun with them, and it's kind of a gamble. But here, this is a product where if you understand how it works, it's a Web3 product. It's a little bit of it's a little bit more work. You have to sit there and understand it, but you teach them really well in your community. And if you do understand it, you can always print money. And that's what you want to do. You want to print money, good or
totally, brother. No doubt. I couldn't have said it better myself, bro.
Yeah.
And again, both of us are veterans here, but I built my portfolio by investing in
Right.
some of the more, stable, low risk plays, which is what I would classify EMP Fusion as. And then you can use the yield to speculate on the meme tokens and the high
Right.
risk stuff,
Good point.
Yeah, and
Good point.
that still gives you the the upside potential, but you're never risking your whole bag because, as we all know,
Yeah.
as we accumulate crypto, not only do we want to make more crypto, but we also want to hold on to the crypto that we do have, right, Dow King? I mean, again, people
The
want to
best
gamble, but yeah,
the best investments I've made in crypto have been the easiest ones, the easy money, which is just buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and maybe a few other top layer ones and layer twos at the bottom, buying them literally,
yeah.
buying Bitcoin around the $20,000 to $25,000 mark and forgetting about it, buying Ethereum at $1,000 and forgetting about it. Everyone shits on Ethereum. Oh, it doesn't go anywhere. Blah 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 blah. It's done 3x.
Yeah, bro. Well, and again, this is a perfect segue. I promise I didn't pay Dow King to go into all this, but it is an amazing segue of actually being exposed to Ethereum. So again, because we're keeping that 4,000 to 1 ratio, when Ethereum is $4,000, EMP will be $1. And because of the liquidity bonding, it will bring the price of EMP up with it without any buying or selling, behind the scenes. And that is the power of liquidity bonding.
Yeah,
But to take that even further, when Ethereum goes to $8,000, then that means that EMP would be worth $2. So you're still getting all the exposure to EMP and
interesting.
Ethereum. And because, again, the only way to get into Fusion would be buying it from somebody else, you're only able to get in at current market value. So
Are
down the
you
road, yeah, go ahead.
are you going to be able to keep up? People are going to want to know how long do you believe you're going to be able to keep up the APRs on Fusion?
Yeah, bro. So again, because there is no dilution, once everybody is in Fusion, the APRs can only go up as we continue building revenue streams. Because again, just as an
Oh,
example,
okay.
say we're making $1,000 a day, and there's only everybody's in Fusion. There's no more ways to get in other than buying somebody else's position. If we now make $2,000 a day because we've added another revenue stream, then that goes up with it. And yeah, I know Spark is looking a little rough because of Pulse, man. We built on Pulse and we still love Pulse, but
You know,
you can't
Sparks
argue with the downtrend on Pulse. So,
Spark
but yeah,
Sparks looking beautiful. 24-hour volume of $419,000. That's what I'm looking for. That's how you
well,
guys make money.
yeah, I love it, dude. You again, Dow King knows what's up because even though the price of Spark is down,
Who
we are
cares?
killing it on the volume. The volume is
The
all that
volume.
matters. So
Like
yeah,
like who really cares about the Sparks? If you care about the Sparks swap price, guys, you don't know what the fuck you're doing out here. You just don't
totally,
know what
bro.
you're doing.
Yeah,
You
and
just
it's a
don't
great
know.
opportunity. It's a great opportunity to buy Spark and put it in Sparkler and
I
earn
mean,
real yield from that.
you're
Yeah,
basically, if you care about the price of a fucking farm token, this DeFi isn't for you. Like, it's just not. You don't get it. The Spark token is supposed to go down. It's a farm token. They can always gravitate to, like, to me, I've always thought like there's ways of gravitating to like a V2 or maybe tweaking the model a little bit. I don't really care what a farm token price is. Eventually, a farm token does what a farm token's supposed to do. It's supposed to go down unless you're like Pancake Swap. But you guys make enough money, in my opinion, that you guys could probably, I mean, 400,000 in volume, man. You guys, what are you guys charging on the swap? How much?
yeah, so we charge the industry standard 0.3%. It's the same all across the board. And
uh,
yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with a lot of what you're saying, Dow King, and we've done everything we can. Again, that's another really bullish
So
part about Spark.
you're making 12 to $1,300 a day. What's wrong
Yeah,
with that?
yeah,
You're
just
making
from swap fees. Well, and
if
that
you're
doesn't
making
include, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that
I
doesn't
was
include all the other stuff on the swap.
Right, exactly. We have a perps platform. We have a bridge. I mean, all of those fees. Again,
Yeah,
if you work out the math
for
backwards,
your
it's powerful. Yeah.
you're basically making about 4 to 500,000 on the low end a year if this thing continues at this volume, and then you're able to get that and put it in your treasury and keep Fusion going. Of course, you're going to have to figure out ways to keep people, how much liquidity you got, liquidity. And there might be other ways you can incentivize this liquidity because you do have enough volume. Maybe with the 12 to $1,300 a day you bring in fees, there might be ways of incentivizing those people. So
Well,
you
yeah,
always have ways of incentivizing people.
totally, bro. And that brings me
Yeah.
to what I wanted to say. I mean, what you said is 100% accurate on the farm token.
Wow,
Oh,
we just
yeah, yeah.
crossed 50 people live. You see,
Amazing, bro. Shout out to everybody.
DeFi,
So, yeah,
DeFi is back.
no doubt.
I haven't had 50 people tune into a live in like over a year. Like that's incredible.
I love it. Well, everybody from the EMP and Spark community, share this out. We'll get those numbers even higher. But I do want to just clarify some things really quick on Spark because we have added a very unique mechanism on Spark, which again is actually the precursor to EMP Fusion, and we call EMP Fusion Sparkler on steroids. So
Okay.
Sparkler is the same sort of concept where you're able to lock up your Spark token into a contract and earn, again, part of the fees individually. So, again, say 90% of all the fees that we just talked about, they actually go to Sparkler, and then we take a cut back to EMP Fusion. So, I don't want people to get the wrong idea that we're cannibalizing our other protocols.
Got it. I
But to
understand.
your point, man, I mean, we could be doing when Pulse recovers, we could be doing $4 million a day in
Mm,
volume, you know? And even now, we're a top 100 DEX on all of crypto with Spark Swap. So, the future is still super bright. And again, we're building other DEXs as well to provide infrastructure on these up and coming chains. So, again, a year from now, our revenue could be 5x what it is right now.
when you say you're a top 100 DAX,
Yep, by
like
volume.
by volume. So yeah, 500,000, I mean, your $400,000 a day that's a lot, man. That's a lot of volume.
Yep, if you search all chains by volume, I think you can do it on DeFi Llama. The last I looked, we were like number like 80, 85 or 84. So yeah,
Yeah.
based on volume, over all the chains.
I
Again,
mean,
on Pulse chain, we're number 4. So yeah.
if you look at Pulse Chain, they only had 11.4 million, 11.2 million in volume last 24 hours, and you guys did 400,000 of it, which is about almost 4%. So
Yep,
you got a
totally.
4% of all the volume taking place over there, which is quite good for a DAX.
Yeah, no doubt, and we're only gonna continue to grow, again, love them or hate them. There's a lot of, opinionated people on Pulse and, Richard Hart, but, as we continue to build out, again, all of our vaults as well, we are partnered now with Dex Finance, and they're building
Oh
some
yeah.
incredibly powerful, vault technology that we'll be able to bring over, and then, again, the same way we reward a portion of revenue to our fusion, they also take some of their rewards and put it to their GDEX token, which has also been doing really well over the last few weeks.
Absolutely. Well, this is I mean, it's kind of a new day for all of the DeFi. It's kind of a new day for Tomb Forks. I'm pretty excited to see what happens with all the Tomb Forks. Well, there's not too many Tomb Forks. It's really you and Fife. That's it. There's no one else left. It's just you two guys. So
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and oddly enough, Dex Finance. I mean, the
oh,
three of us.
But Dex
That yeah,
Finance,
they
Dex
started
Finance,
as one. So yeah,
Dex Finance is totally different too now. Everyone's
yeah.
kind of like changed. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. So, all right, well, one more thing. I know we got to wrap it up here, but I did just want to touch really quick on the split my position battery.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that is the one on the bottom right there. So if you wanted to sell a portion of your microgrid, you buy that purple battery right
This
there.
one?
Yep,
Split by
yep,
position
yep.
battery.
So it's just $15. Again, all the batteries are introductory price of 15. I feel like an infomercial. But yeah, um, the cool part is though that that is what we call a utility battery, and we'll have a lot more of these batteries going forward as well. But it will open up a new tab on your dashboard when you buy that. And then you will be able to determine, yep, right there on dashboard, it would open up a new tab uh, right next to where it says battery, right there at the top of sacrifice, and on the other side. But yeah, battery, yep, right there, down, yep, battery, and then another window, yeah,
Oh, I see.
yeah, another window would be split my position, and then you can actually sell a portion of your microgrid again, and then it would show up on the microgrid section. So go to marketplace one more time and then go to microgrids at the bottom. Yep, right
Right
there.
here.
There, that's where it would show up, and that is actually settled in BNB at the moment. So again, we wanted to avoid any potential flash loans with eShare, but eventually you will only be able to settle in eShare. So that would be a way to get your liquid eShare, Dow King, would be sell part of your
Ah.
microgrid for some eShare. So
So right
yeah.
so right now you gotta be careful of the pricing,
Yes,
like,
exactly, bro.
don't buy this one. This guy's an asshole.
Yeah, bro, 2
He's
BNB
putting one
for 1
sacrifice
Zach
point
point.
for 2 BNB waiting for a sucker. Don't be that sucker. So
Yeah, don't be that sucker.
you can kind of see for $10, I bought how many did I get for
Yep, you got
$10?
38, so yeah, you got I'm
No,
sorry, you're yep,
I got
168.
168 sacrifice points.
Yep, so the
So
market value, an easy way to do the math is whatever the market value of EMP is, the market value. So right now, 1 sacrifice point would cost, 23 cents.
23 cents. So this guy is trying to sell 23 cents for $1,200. What an asshole.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
even this
screw
guy,
that guy.
even this guy's an asshole. Look at him. He wants $600 for what's essentially $230.
Yeah,
Well,
so you do have to be super careful.
look at these people, man. Look at these people. All right. So this guy wants 30. So you gotta go 13,615 divided by 23. You would get a real price of sorry, not divided by times 23. You would get a real price of $3,100. So this guy is asking for too much. That's all you got to do. So you got
Yep.
to make sure you're not paying. I think this guy might be the only one selling it at a correct price. 20.
Well, and we are I love that you're going through this now, Kim, because we're actually gonna push an update,
Oh,
that
can I
that will
ask you
show.
something? Can
Yeah,
I ask
yeah.
you something? This guy has 28,600 points, but it's worth, it says 6,578. So why is he selling something that's worth $6,578 for only $1,700? What's going on here? Did he fuck
Yeah,
up?
man, hey, that's a good deal. I might have to go on there and buy that. So,
Like what
again,
what happened here? Like what's like he's just wants out? Is that what it is? He just doesn't want to be part of it, like, or he's got enough points, or like you tell me what you think.
yeah, bro. I mean, you again, your guess is as good as mine. I know. Again, a lot of people that are going to be sacrificing from their detonator positions or the Sentinel NFTs.
Mm,
They may be mad at EMP anyway, so they're just
got it.
looking to get out at a discount. But that's a great opportunity for us to monitor, and we are going to be updating uh, the UI to show the dollar value.
The
Yeah,
value,
to know if you're
right.
getting ripped off. Yeah.
Yeah, like this one is a really good deal. 28,000 points for, but like, so I'm gonna buy the points and then it'll show up in my dashboard, and
Yep.
then I would buy some energy to show up my rewards. Basically, that's kind of the idea, right?
Yep, exactly. The M energy
Okay.
again is how you cash out through the batteries, but
Okay.
we're not forcing anybody to buy a battery. You would just use your BBE function for free, which is in the top right, and then that would just add to your microgrid value, and then you can sell a portion of that if you wanted to. Again, you have to buy the battery. But one last thing on the batteries too, Dow King, which I think you're gonna love this. So the batteries are also a onboarding technique. So
Okay.
what we'll do is we are going to partner with other protocols and offer a battery. Again,
Okay.
let's just use uh, uh, 2 ohm as an example, where we would have a 2 ohm battery that would actually convert the eShare rewards to 2 ohm and then
Hmm.
reward that to you in your wallet. So we're able to go after these partner protocols that they obviously are gonna be happy because it provides constant buying pressure on their token without any downside. And now we're able to onboard their community that wants to earn that token passively, for being a part of EMP Fusion. So the partner batteries are going to be super powerful as we continue to grow.
Okay, got it. That could be really interesting. I would love to see 2 ohm, 3 ohm, and you guys partner up. I would. That would be unbelievable. Like that would be like superpower genes.
Yeah,
That's
no
crazy.
doubt, bro. Well, and we're open to all that. We're working on a few right now. Again, in the beginning, it's easier if they're on BSC, but we even because we own the bridges and the
Yeah,
infrastructure on other chains, we
that's right.
are actually looking into cross-chain rewards as well. So
Well, 2 ohm, 3 ohm is also doing Dibs Money and another one that's on BSC already. So
for sure,
so
yeah.
you guys could probably easily team up on that one and then provide the bridge between Phantom and BSC and earn those fees, which you would earn. Wow, there's 62 people, man. Look at that. Okay, we may be back. All
I
right.
love it, brother. We're back
I,
again. And I know you did a bit of a rebrand. You'll always be the Dow King to me, but crypto
well,
circus, man. It is a bit of a circus out here, isn't it? Yeah.
we gotta call it out, man, for what it is. It is definitely a circus out here, especially with the meme coins. I feel like I, granted, the last bull run was there was a lot going on there, but I felt like there was more tangible things that you had to wrap your head around and understand it. It was more complexity, but it looks like we kind of dumbed it down this bull run. We enter it, it's like meme corn mania. It's all about just kind of getting more lucky than anything. A lot of the teams, I thought we would go to more a transparent situation where we are now in a less transparent situation with these meme coins.
Yeah,
Just,
bro, it's crazy the cycles that happen. And again, that's been
yeah,
a big feather in our cap, bro. I mean, I'm
yeah.
fully doxxed. We've been as transparent as humanly possible. Obviously, some of our contracts are not as popular as we would have hoped, but we've never abandoned anything that we build, and we're
Um,
always trying to give value,
You
bro.
know, I think the problem here is you are just too nice and too good of a person for DeFi. Because I'll tell you what, yeah, 99% of crypto projects fail, especially in DeFi. It's probably like 99.9%. And most of the people abandon it, like 2 ohm, 3 ohm, Dibs Money. What's the other one? Snow Tomb. I mean, you name it, all of them. They all failed at the end of the day. 99.9% of them failed. The reality is this: I think you're taking on too much pride and saying, we're like, it's not your fault. It failed. It failed not because of you. It failed because these ecosystems were designed to, in a way, kind of not made for the long term. You're trying to turn something that wasn't designed for a sustainable long-term basis, and you're trying to create it and make it into a long-term basis. If anything, you deserve praise. You and all the other guys, like Dex Finance guys, you, Fight, deserve praise for trying to turn around something that was never designed to last even 6 months.
Yeah.
It wasn't designed, and you made
Yeah,
it like
bro.
over
That
two
means a lot,
years.
dog, gang. Yeah, for sure, bro. And that again, I mean, when we got started, we got started and built an amazingly supportive community on the ethos that we don't want to leave anybody behind. And yeah, I mean, obviously, over the
Yeah,
bear market, people have come and gone, but those that have stuck around are absolutely, reaping the rewards from this relaunch and moving forward. You know, there will be plenty of opportunity for people to get in. I think there'll be a whole nother round of interest when we do recover PEG, and that alone will be, newsworthy in and of itself.
yeah,
And then people then get in at PEG value. which again is way more sustainable, the long term. So yeah, bro, we've really put a lot of effort into it. I appreciate you saying that and recognizing that from us as a team. Um, and moving forward too, we are going to update treasury dashboard that will show a
Mhm.
lot more of where the revenue is coming from. I
Wow.
know that's been another criticism. People think that we're making money out of thin air, but we're so busy building that I don't have time to do a fucking spreadsheet about what's going on. So now that we've gotten EMP Fusion out the door, now we can focus on again
Your
showing all that.
your treasury at one point was doing very well. I don't know. I mean, it was last time I spoke to you, it was quite a few months ago about the
Yeah.
treasury. How is your treasury
Yeah.
holdings right now?
Yeah, man, we don't disclose the
You don't
exact
disclose.
numbers, but it's up. It's up from when the last time we spoke. Put it that way. So
Wow,
yeah, man, we
dude.
we've been again, and even with our other revenue streams, again, we have multiple treasury wallets. Again, not only for transparent or for security reasons, but also to
Yeah,
keep things segregated. Like the Spark treasury is a separate wallet from
correct.
the EMP Fusion treasury, and vice versa. But yeah, I mean, all of it's under multi-sig. Those that are good at on-chain analysis can probably find a lot of where that is, but we just don't publicly talk about it until we can have that dashboard that will show where everything is coming from.
Well, last time I talked to you, your treasury was quite, I mean, pretty good. I'm not going to say what because obviously it's under wraps, but if it's higher than that, then my goodness, like you guys are, I mean, I mean, wow, it's impressive. I mean,
Yeah.
EMP should be in good shape. I mean, you guys can continue to spend money on development and grow, basically.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And that's
Yeah.
another really good point. So again, rather than like other protocols, 99% of other protocols actually sell their tokens on everybody's heads to pay for development. We
Yeah.
again just take a cut of that real revenue to pay for development indefinitely. And that is such a better model and way more sustainable long term. And again, as the revenue grows, we'll be able to pay for the AMAs and the development and the servers, everything that goes with it for sure.
Impressive, man. AJ, anything else that you wanted to cover?
Yeah, brother, I think we're coming in on an hour. That was an amazing overview. I don't know if there was any
Any
questions that
questions?
you
Yeah.
saw come up or yeah, but I'm happy to
Um,
go into anything.
Nothing really great. I mean, this guy was interesting. This one was an interesting. I believe he means Titan X. Feels like Titan's project in the past. I may be mistaken. Titan X was a project where
Yeah,
you
I'm familiar with Titan X. We are absolutely the
no,
exact opposite of Titan X. That
yeah,
was you had to buy miners that
that's right.
and that was all inflation based.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we're
very
nothing
different.
is similar. Yeah.
Besides that, it was more of a AJ demand. Let's fucking go, EMP
I
Fusion.
love it. Right on. Donnie Diamond Hands coming through.
And
So yeah,
I don't know what this is. Could you look at Gar? I have no idea what Gari network is, but okay, maybe.
yeah, no idea either.
No
So
idea, bro. You're not in DeFi, bro. You're
yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah. So, and then, yeah, one last comment too, because I know, again, I'm surprised it didn't come up, but, and we talked about it a little bit, but all of the legacy contracts, again, the ultimate goal, not only are we allowing you to sacrifice into Fusion now, but it's actually a lot bigger than that because Detonator and Reactor, there are still a lot of incentives to go into those contracts. The problem is that there was more claiming than participants. And no matter what economic powerhouse you have, if there's more people claiming than depositing, then obviously the rewards go down. But now that we are in recovery mode, the peg value is going up. We absolutely believe that at peg those contracts will be very attractive again, and actually may be a very cool game theory of earning more sacrifice points going into the detonator or reactor than sacrificing outright. So we'll have to see how it plays out. We don't even know the answers ourselves. But again, this is the catalyst for the future of EMP.
I love it. I mean, thank you for keeping it going for your community. A lot of people would have given up a long time ago. I think it just shows what your team is made of here. And I think a lot of people coming over from Twitter, because we've got like 66 people now, 67. It's kind of
Let's
wild.
go. Keep it going. We're
So
your followers are going up
so
just
the
like the
Twitter
EMP
the
charts.
Twitter guys, what you need to do is come over to YouTube. If you have any questions or comments, I'll give you guys like a minute. Just do a search for Crypto Circus or Dow King, and
Perfect.
it'll show up. If you guys want to just come over to YouTube, because I don't think you can ask questions on Twitter. I don't think it'll show up here. But if you have any questions, we'll give them a few minutes.
Yeah, no doubt. And we are doing a whole AMA run. Again, Dow King has been a long time supporter, so we did this AMA first, but we have 25 AMAs over the next
Wow.
2 days. So
Damn, 25 AMAs. That's crazy. Will there be new batteries coming out that are not cash out batteries?
yeah, so that's a great question, Mega. So yeah, we uh a big battery that people have been asking for is an auto compounder for the legacy contracts. So that is one that we're working on right now, where you would buy this battery and it would automatically compound or claim on on the appropriate 5-2 compound 5 claim 2 strategy for detonator, because detonator reactor, all the DOS products, you still have to claim or compound every 24 hours. And a lot of people don't like that. Again, it was part of our game theory to begin with. But yeah, that would be an example of a future utility based battery for sure.
Okay. Well, AJ, I appreciate your time. We're gonna talk off of a camera here because I got a bunch of other questions for
Yeah,
AJ.
man, I love it, and yeah, we do have an AMA tonight, on our own at 6:45 p.m. Eastern, Mondays and Thursdays. So if we didn't get to a question today, please join us for that. Again, EMP.money on YouTube, or just join our Telegram or Discord or X. I would say Twitter too, but yeah, our community is so helpful. Just don't respond to DMs.
Mhm.
There's still a lot of scammers out there, and just ask your questions
And
publicly. Yeah,
if you are on Twitter, which it looks like a lot of people are, just come over, do a search on YouTube. So you can comment on this video. I will look at them. And if there's any questions, the links for the EMP Discord are in the YouTube. So on the description, so you can go to them, and AJ and this team are there, and they can answer any questions that you guys have.
perfect, brother. Yes, like, comment, and subscribe. Now, King, you're back, bro. You're gonna have to start doing daily videos again, man.
Oh my
DeFi
God.
is back.
No.
Yeah,
Oh my God. All the DeFi insanity and drama and stupidity.
yeah,
You
for
know,
sure, brother.
you know what? This time the DeFi projects that are coming are, I have to say, there's more thought being put into them. They're being built in a much more compatible and sustainable way. I'm actually, I feel that DeFi, when it does come back, will be so much more profound this time, and it's going to be so much better. And you're not going to see this kind of like mania take over, hopefully, but who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah,
Who
I
knows?
agree. No, I agree, bro. I think people have been burned, by the Ponzonomics,
But they've
and
been burned, but they're gonna be burned by these meme coins too. I was
yeah,
talking
I
to
know,
I've been
bro.
I was watching an NBA game with a buddy about a week ago, the NBA finals at his house. He had Discord up and he had all of this all the charts up. He's like, "Man, I just lost 50 grand on meme coins." And I'm like, "Yeah, why are you buying that shit?" I'm like, "It's just it's he's like, "Oh, I would go up X amount, I come down X amount." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not really like to me, that's not really investing. Like when I want to invest in something, I rather have a sustainable way of gaining slowly over time or medium
Totally.
gaining over time, not even slowly, just gaining over time instead of risking and going down, you know? So like there needs to be a method to the madness. And I'm not seeing that in the meme coins. The method to the madness is to get lucky. It's basically like buying a lottery ticket. And that's just not the way I like to play my crypto.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly, bro. Again, there's nothing wrong with, speculating on a meme token, but if
Yeah.
that is your idea of crypto, then you're doing it wrong for sure, man. Yeah. That's why again, EMP Fusion, building a home base or a mothership, on yields that you can rely on, and then using that yield to go into other protocols. I'm telling you, man, that is how
That
I
could be
have
it.
built, yeah, the portfolio I have. So yeah,
Well, you
100%.
guys have 8 projects anyways burning, making money. So that's way ahead of like 99.999% of most crypto projects, I would say, right?
For sure, bro. Yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt.
it's pretty big. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And we will talk to everyone shortly. Thanks, guys.
All right, cheers.